what's up, my people? How you doing? My name is Dalton, Dalton, and this is my channel. And this is going to be a quick recap of my live stream that I did. If you missed it, here's a quick recap. Basically, I went over the fact that if you're in Pennsylvania, we have cold snaps coming from Antarctic, okay, and the ocean, and it's going to be below zero. So code blue, dealing with the weather, not a hospital, code blue is in effect. That means warming stations are open. If you don't know where to go, you can dial 211 or 311, and they will let you know exactly all the warming stations that are open and ready for you to relax, feel safe, and be warm. Okay, I don't know how other states do it. I live in Pennsylvania, and that's the way we do it. That's the way we roll. Okay, and take a moment to give you all to say thank you to all my subscribers, my viewers, and my beautiful people that comment. All right, and that's all my new and existing subscribers and my faithful 100s. All right, cheers. I bought some of this. I don't know if any of y'all ever had some of this stuff, man. This ain't no Budweiser. I don't. First one, I'm taking some, I'm drinking, and then it's like it numbs your taste buds, so you really don't even taste that. I just leave it at that. But it gets you to the point, I guess. And the other thing we talked about on my live stream was how I think ICE is out of control. And I know people disagree with me and all this other stuff, but they are. And they're becoming a power force, like almost a military police power force that operates only for Donald Trump and what he wants done, regardless of the rule of law, regardless of our rights as human beings, regardless of any of that. Matter of fact, they always seem to go for low-hanging fruit. They're gonna run after that one single person that was on break chewing on a grape in a farm. They're gonna run him down through the farmland, okay? But the people, these hardcore, say illegal immigrants and gangbangers, and of all races, that have taken over blocks of the United States and still have taken over. They don't want to touch them. But that one guy that's sitting on break, you know, Louise sitting on a break on the farm, chewing on a grape, they're gonna run him down. Oh yeah. And they are out of hand, especially what happened in Minneapolis. It didn't need to happen. They were on video. They had her on video. They could have took her license plate. That's what you're supposed to do. And then go and talk to them later under a secure environment where you most likely wouldn't have to pull your weapon or anything like that, okay? That's what they're supposed to have done. That's protocol, not the crap that they did, okay? And what really upset me is the main person that did the shooting. Okay, he took his time to holster his gun and then walk over to where she is. Of all the ICE agents over there, only one ICE agent that was a female did what she's supposed to do. She ran over to see if that other human being was alive and need help. None of the other ones did, and that should scare you to death. And then Kristi Noem, some people were trying to defend her, man. Christian on after about 20 minutes saying there's domestic terrorism. What? It hadn't even been investigated yet. Okay? And I can tell you, as a person to have a criminal, a Bachelor of Science as a crime analysis, and an A in criminal justice. Okay? One, it takes a hell of a lot longer, especially if someone has been on unalive. Okay? It takes a hell of a lot longer than 2 hours to wrap up an investigation. Two, you don't know what the hell happened in 20 minutes. And I know, like my best friend Stephanie was telling me that Trump told her, you may have told her to say, it's irrelevant to me. The fact is, when you have unqualified people in powerful positions, those are the mistakes they make. Because anybody, and just know anything about law enforcement, know, you may be able to speak upon the obvious, like if a car ran into a pole or something, but you also automatically let them know there's an ongoing investigation and deeper details you cannot say. Okay? But automatically 20 minutes after it happens, getting on television, she's in Texas. Okay, and this is in Minneapolis. She's going to get on television. It's domestic terrorism. Are you serious? No, Oklahoma City bombing was a domestic terrorism. Okay? Anyway, so I talked about that. And I let people know that there's a really good chance that there is going to be a government shutdown at the end of January. They say by January the 30th, but we have 31 days this month. But there's a really, really good chance, and you need to take that serious, okay? Just as serious you need to take this cold snap that's hitting us all. When people can easily get something amputated because of frostbite, you need to take it serious. You need to take the fact that it was one main thing that was holding up the budget that could have easily caused the shutdown, at the end of the month. Now we have three, and I'll go over real quick. Number one, Obamacare subsidies, okay? They're still fighting over that. That's the main reason they had to shut down the first time. They have not resolved that. Number two, GOP. The Republicans are trying to remap areas mainly where there are minorities, so the Republicans can have a stronger hold and maybe get their people voted in midterm. Okay, and they're fighting over that. But number three, something that Trump just came up with, is he wants American people to pay. He got this bill, and he wants American people to pay $1.2 trillion to ICE after all that happened in Portland and all that's happening in Minneapolis. And then he brings this up. So the chances of all three of those to be resolved by the end of this month, it ain't good. It ain't looking good. Now, I did ask a question about the income tax, and it looked like the income tax, the only part of the income tax that may get affected if the government does shut down is the income tax that people, use paper when you send in paper income tax. It looked like the online electronic filing couldn't go pretty good, and some of the people would definitely get money back from that. Okay, but there's a shakeup in the IRS right now. I know. And they're understaffed because of Doge. That's right, they fired all those IRS people, and now we as American people are gonna feel it. All right, and that's my wrap up, and I'll wrap to y'all later. I hope y'all enjoyed the live stream that I did and this one. Give it a thumbs up. Peace. Caesar? 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 How you doing, baby? How you doing, Caesar?